Alright, here we go with the last minute and a half of staging phase for the group stage phase, round 1 between 6GA and the Rusty 40. In game 1, 6GA won, capturing 2 points. So we'll see what goes on today. This time the Rusty 40 will be attacking, 6GA will be defending, and as you can see here, I'll show you guys the map. We are on Vagel Offensive 04, that's where the Germans attack from the north, with the first objective being the checkpoint here. Second objective is town outskirts, then town square, Hoogstraat, factory, and road bridge. You can see a bunch of vehicles ready to go at Allied Main for 6GA. And similar story over for the Axis with Rusty 40. 20 seconds left in staging. Let's try to catch some action. Let's see how Rusty 40 decides to approach this. This is a notoriously difficult objective to attack, very open. We'll see where Rusty 40 decides to prioritize and how that works out for him. And we're live. Alright, looks like right ahead they're going to go for a pincer, some armor support up the middle. Sending a Logi out there to the west. I assume another one out here to the east, MSP on each side. I think they know it's going to be a little bit before there's some anti-tank support here for 6GA, since it has to come up from their main. So being a little aggressive with their tanks, pushing up right ahead. And they're opening up, starting that suppression. So it looks for now the main push is going to be on the east side. Using the hedgerows as cover. So far, not getting shot at by 6G. Probably not spotted quite yet. That's about to change pretty soon. Up there, they might be spotting this guy here. Oh, yeah, and someone just got shot. So we have our first casualty. So it looks like the vehicles that went over to the west did a huge flank, came all the way around, and they've successfully gotten behind the 6GA over here, so good play there. Got 2 squad rallies down, and we'll see how long they can achieve surprise here.
No, I said...
Very difficult to hold this until they get armor support up here. The more Rusty 40 can push now, the better off they'll be. 6G is going to have a hard time spawning in with their rallies getting rolled up on now. Looks like they may be aware of the threat now, yeah. So let's see how they can pick this up.
Shit.
Compound. We got mortars coming in. Can't tell at the moment whose mortars those are. Great position. Looks like this objective has a good chance of going down pretty quickly. 6G finally getting some armor up here on the southeast side. Let's take a look at that. Both Rusty 40 tanks have their rear facing in that direction right now. Double Churchill for 6G. That's going to be tough to deal with. Damage, and they can deal out some real good damage. Churchill has available. A slow tank, but once it's in combat, very effective. Looks like Rusty 40 is going to be focused on just capturing that objective, and hopefully not having to deal with the tanks till we capture.
There, about almost flat.
We've got a Panther moving in toward the turret over here. There's two of them. This Panther looks from there. Like I said, those Churchills pretty scary with the ABS shells. And I did in fact miss the Panzer 4 go down over here as well, Panzer 3. Objective is currently neutral. It's going to be hard for 6G to get infantry up, but now that the tanks are gone, they might have a shot at it. Looks like all of Rusty 40 is dead on the objective, so lost momentum on that push. Let's see how their momentum is over in this complex over here. And getting pushed back over here as well. It's pretty contested. Lots of reinforcements coming from an angle I'd say 6GA wasn't expecting it, so good play by Rusty 40 there. We can see Rusty 40's pretty far back in the 6G's lines. It's going to make respawns pretty difficult. The hard spawn here on the next objective is, I'd say, contested at this point. You can see some casualties already around this area. I'm not sure where 6G has placed their MSPs. This might be one here, it might be a rally. Let's see if we can find those. I don't see, that might be a 6J MSP right there. If it is, it's inactive. That is an allied MSP, so I'm not sure if Rusty 40 spotted that. They may have missed it running through, but they also may be keeping this guy in the house here so they can't spawn on it, and trying to get some explosives up there. So a lot of action in the back lines, but 6GA still holding on objective now that they were able to clear out that armor. Looks like Rusty 40 just lost an hour before I think the other one was infantry. And another Panther up here, but going up against two Churchills, not an easy task. And you can see it's back in the end there. Panther Shrek, one of the Churchills on the side. Now these Churchills have to pull back, but the damage is done, the momentum is lost, and smoke coming in on the objective, but no one able to push in right now, so good hold from 6GA there. We can see Rusty 40 is losing all momentum they had. They're going to have to take out those Churchills if they want any chance of gaining momentum back. That's a hard ask. As one goes down, however, might have been Panzer Faust, Panzer Shrek, over here in the bush. It was a Panzer Faust. Nice shot with the Panzer Faust, and a second one. Looks like it may have phased the tracks there. But the Panther peeks back out and is getting some long-range shots on the Churchill. Good hit there, and Churchill might be at too steep an angle right now. Might want to angle the armor just a little bit to get those deflections. And a miss from the Churchill. Hull damage looking not so great on the Churchill. It looks like the Panther's probably going to be able to take this one out. And there it goes. So both allied tanks now cleared out. We'll see if Rusty 40 can push up on the back of this good armored support here. Lots of infantry starting to come in from the east. Starting to get a foothold back on the objective itself. Harassing in the backline. This is going to be a lot of trouble for 6GA if this harassment continues and Rusty 40 can take the objective at Crossroads, because 6GA can't set up anything on the next objective, which is right here at town outskirts. So this could be a real good play if Rusty 40 is able to capture that first objective. Just remains to be seen if they'll have the manpower to do it while harassing in the back. He's pushing back into this complex, maybe taking it back. He's got a presence on objective, but not much. Gotta wonder where that Panther went, where the armor support is. Maybe back at main base healing. Repairing, I should say. So we do have one of the tanks leaving the base, so that probably is the Panther after repairing. Got another Panzer IV pushing up toward the objective. Doesn't have infantry support though, and you can see 6J. I'm guessing that's some kind of AT there. Bazooka, rifle grenade, not sure. Maybe. Oh no, it's just a machine gun, just spotting the tank, I suppose. Interesting decision to be turned out of your turret here in a hostile environment. They catch a Steward out here. Not sure how they didn't see maybe my game is turret, but Panzer IV is able to take on the Stewart without much issue. The Stewart starts getting around the flank. So cleans up a light tank there, and let's see if they can do some moves on the objective while the Allied armor is cleared out. They have a foothold now. I assume they would be starting to neutralize at this point. 6J is in a tough position over here. If they give up the complex to fall back to objective, Rusty 40 is just going to be able to occupy this, and good launching point to take the objective. Unless some Allied tanks get up here soon, I think that Crossroads is probably going to go to Rusty 40 and a trade there outside the building. Hoping for a bayonet there, but a little pistol gun on the back of the head is fine. You can see at this point, I guess 6GA's accepted that they've lost that, and they're just trying to take back Town Crossroads right now. Have a chance of holding it once checkpoint falls. You can see checkpoint was just neutralized now. 6GA does have this occupied, but still getting constant pressure from Rusty 40 over here. Good rifle grenade there. So 6G's leaving one squad here to try to delay as much as possible. And a good shot from the flank here by this rifle. Did they trade? They might have traded. Points is going to matter a lot. The way this season works is so these teams play each other twice, back to back. So they played each other last weekend. 6GA won while capping 2 points and then 1 on tickets. If 6GA wins again, they get 1 big victory point for beating their opponent twice. If each team were to win, so if Rusty 40 wins this one, it's a tie at 1-1, and the tiebreaker goes to capture points first, I believe. So whoever captures the most points is going to win that tiebreaker. So it's really going to be important for Rusty 40 to at least take up to here, the second objective, and then it'll come down to remaining victory points, or remaining tickets, I'm sorry, to be the tiebreaker at that point. And you can see the German tickets right now at 453. Let me switch over to the Americans. You can say that you have 438. So the Germans doing a little bit better on tickets. I'll switch back over to the Germans so we don't get confused on who's blue and red. Except I can't. Rip. So just keep in mind now, blue is going to be allies or 6GA, red is going to be Germans or Rusty 40. Looks like this might be a Greyhound up here. Not a big fan of Greyhound pushing up here where there's no infantry support. Easily taken out by the AT. But maybe they know about these rallies, that's what I'm guessing, because he's gunning right for him. So that or he's very lucky. Maybe very unlucky not to see those. Oh, it somehow misses him. That one hurts. I'm getting rid of these rallies, could be big. I'm not sure where the Germans have their FOBs or MSPs. Let's take a look at that. Might have a tank battle coming up here. We'll find that other stuff in a little bit. See what's going on with the armor up north. 2 fireflies. Oh! 1 firefly gets... I'm thinking that was one shot by the Panther. Decent hold down here. Not the best hard cover, but a lot of field with some hard cover to the front. Sherman's smoking itself out. Probably not necessary, but better safe than sorry. Now we can see Rusty 40 starting to make a move on the next objective. So we can see they have captured checkpoint. Going for town outskirts now. I'm not seeing any team spawns. Here it is, an MSP from Rusty 40 all the way in Dorshout over here. Got to imagine such competitive play like this, hunting MSPs is going to be a big priority, so putting it far away makes sense. Rely on your squad rallies. You can see 6GA has an MSP up by their hard spawn near Town Square. Maybe not too much benefit, but not much opportunity to place that on the map here, as you can see. I imagine there's a lot of red zone up this way, so probably the best they can do with it, and some kind of alternative to that hard spawn. Yeah. Looks like we got some Rusty 40 pushing southeast. Spot for that MG. Probably hold there for a little bit, let the rest of the squad push up. Probably be a good idea. Oh, I don't think he has the rest of the squad. See a rally right there, so should get some pretty constant pressure unless 6G is able to flank it like they're trying to do over here. Pretty active mortars, I gotta say, as well. I'm gonna have to take a look at those at some point, see where those are set up. Infantry running right by each other, not noticing. You'd be surprised if you're not often in admin cam for events in public play. You'd be surprised how often that happens. It's very easy to see stuff from, 100 meters in the air. Not so easy to see when you're on the ground. Bushes may not look like a lot, but they do a lot. Doing work with the MP40 up here. Gotta wonder if it's going to be a big deal that these 3 Americans moving up the flank, though. .6GA pushing up now on Rusty 40 over on the east side. That villa there that they're set up in, looks like they have a rally there. It's a very good spot to defend. Hard to push that. Good sight lines from there. Definitely going to need some armor support, I think, if they want to push over here. But with the Firefly sitting over there, unless that Firefly pulling back. It looks like that Firefly's pulling back, possibly all the way back for repairs. Not sure where that would be set up right now. Maybe over by this MSP. One-man scout car right now. Might have lost some crew. And, oh, is this? It's a Rusty 40 fob all the way in the south. Take a look at that. Looks like might be stalemated near this objective for a bit. Very hard to push. Lots of building clearing. Just to take a look at this fob here. Might just be more for Logi than anything else. This fob. Try to get a foothold on that bridge. Prevent reinforcements from coming over. Stay in the way of Logi and armor. So sneaky fob and repair crane. And I would imagine that their goal is to try to block up this bridge. But 6GA is sitting there waiting. Not sure if there were already some skirmishes over here that I missed, or if it's just preemptive thinking over from 6GA, knowing how important this crossing is going to be. Not letting them occupy this bridge. And you can see here a German truck was already destroyed, so it looks like I might have missed some skirmishes over here. Very interesting to see. Might only be 2 to 4 man teams, but playing a big role. Whoever controls that bridge is going to matter a lot for the rest of this game. See a repair crane. Interesting spot to park with no repair crane there. Maybe waiting for Logi to try to get up and build one. As far as I can tell, I don't think there's anywhere they have a repair crane at the moment. Possibly trying to mine the road out of Maine here. As far as I can tell, Rusty 40 hasn't been using that road much. Probably aware that there might be dudes. Looks like they've been going around the east flank, and yep, the mine goes down. So if Rusty 40 does use that road, it's going to be some trouble. Probably lose a tank, maybe a Logi. But like I said, it looks like they've been avoiding that. Already being aware of that possibility. Not sure where mortars are firing from either team. I'm going to try to spot that throughout the match. But let's take a look at the fighting around objective. It looks like Rusty 40 is starting to push in a little closer. Neither team has much armor support up here yet, but there is a Firefly coming up. Very difficult to use your tanks, especially a Firefly in these situations. You know what, that actually might just be a regular 75mm Sherman. And it is. Probably what you want in this situation. It does make sense to have a Firefly in an urban environment, I think. So, good choice taking the 75mm Sherman. Interested to see if that Sherman is using a hull gunner as well. Just a 2-man crew. I think locking down a road or two with a hull gunner might be a good idea, but if they feel it's better investing that into another crew for another vehicle. I think they were rolling with 3 tanks, a scout car, so you can't do that if you have a hull gunner on your tanks, so it makes sense there. And Rusty 40 did take this villa now. That's going to be big for them. It's a good launch off point, and it's a key defense point, I'd say, for 6GA. So I suspect that this objective will fall pretty quickly if 6GA doesn't retake that. Now with the Panthers here as well, could use a little bit more infantry support. Madison's going back to repair now. Rally place here. Hopefully allow them to hold this objective a little longer. Accurate mortar fire. I need to find out. See if looks like they're downtime around objective. Smoke now. Smoke is making me think that this is 6GA. Might have been a team kill. Unless, of course, Rusty 40 doesn't know what's here. But it was pretty much theirs for the taking. They might have just smoked off the enemy's retreat. Or enemy's advance, I should say. See if we can catch this tank. Might be able to catch it hitting the mine. Looks like it's gonna run right over it. And there it goes. Oh, but it survives. Barely enough hull damage, or barely any hull health left. That was lucky. Very lucky. Already damaged, hit the mine, but survives. And we can see Rusty 40 just neutralize town outskirts. They get this cap, then it's going to come down to who has more tickets remaining at the end. Each cap is worth 200 tickets when determining your tickets remaining. But as I said before, each would be at 2. Looks like 6GA had 64 tickets remaining at the end of last match, plus 400. For 2 capture points, gives them 464 small victory points. So if Rusty 40 wants to win this, they'll either need to cap a 3rd objective or have more than 64 tickets remaining at the end. If 6GA can hold them, then 6GA will win. 28 minutes left, a lot of tickets left for 6GA at least. I'd like to switch over and show you the German tickets, but I don't want to keep confusing you with who's red and blue. Take a look at that maybe when 6GA gets down a little more, see how both teams are doing. So Panzer Corps to support on objective. There is some infantry in the buildings, and Panzer Corps will have to be careful if any of this is light AT. Gambit bomb there. Not sure if he made contact. Judging by the health on the tank, doesn't look like he did. Lucky to not get started. What I can see, it looks like Rusty 40's likely to take this objective. And in fact they did, I must have missed that, but they did take the objective, so now it's crunch time for both teams. 6GA needs to make sure they hold that 3rd objective. If they lose it, then they've effectively lost this pair of matches here. Should be noted that of the games played so far, that I at least have record of, 2 capture points seems to be the most popular, with 6GA and Army Group Adler both having 2 capture points. Coalition Francophone had 6 capture points though in their victory. That might be the entire... I'll count that up real quick. That is. So our Coalition Francophone actually won by capping out the map. So big victory there for them. Now with mortars falling here, you gotta figure that's Rusty 40 falling in those mortars, and I feel like it was them most of the match, if not the entire match. You see a repair crane up there. Possibly that's where the mortars are coming from. Let's go check that out. Probably blind this whole time, but the tickets are in the upper right hand corner for me to see, so we can see 6GA has 332 tickets and Rusty 40 has 285 now. Looks like they just lost the tank because it was just 30 5, I believe. The mortars are not here. Possibly by this MSP. I don't want to spend the entire match looking for these mortars, but they're doing some good work, as far as I can tell. I'd like to give them a shout out at least. Would certainly be an interesting spot if they're up here with the commander. Didn't expect to see the commander up here, but makes sense. You have radios, no sense in wasting extra tickets by dying. There is a Logi truck up here. Possibly thinking about a fob. Might just have to accept that I'll never find these mortars. Of course, that could be commander called in, but it seems to be coming in fairly often. Maybe it's just not as often as I think, and it could be commander call-ins. I really feel like it's mortars, but I guess it might be more active. So it could be commander calling that in. Good house in the MG here. A lot of area. Should be able to push in a lot of infantry off the back of that. Feeling this guy here can hear the rally. Probably heard that radio go down, looking for that rally. Clever spot inside the shed there, even though the sandbags are sticking out. And he might have just seen that now. He might be looking at that out the window. Might think those sandbags are part of the map though. He's got some company outside. Doesn't see it. Always interesting to take a look at the smaller engagements. It looks like he threw a frag out and missed. So not very good there. And there he goes. Really hope that didn't hit the fence. Well, that's just messed up. That was right in there. I imagine he's calling that out to his squad now. And it looks like he's got a buddy running up, but there's also a German here. Let's see if he hears that morphine. He's drinking up now. Uh-oh. And he gets shot
It's
in
right
the back.
here. Full fuck.
Let's see. VAR can do some damage over here. Take a look at the bigger picture in a moment. Nice to see the small picture sometimes. And our friend just died. So Rusty 40 pushing in from all directions here. But 6GA holding nicely. It's going to be tough to root him out of here. I think, again, armor is going to be pretty key in this. If you can get armor in the south here, especially hitting these buildings from open ground. Gotta watch your rear, though, with allies. Firefly's back up. This is definitely a good spot for the Firefly, watching this open ground. Rescue 40 very good at getting people in the back of 6G's lines, getting rallies. They've got a fob, which was deactivated last I looked. And it is gone now. but still very good at getting behind 6GA's lines, hitting from all directions, causing confusion in the supply lines. Trying to take that bridge earlier that we looked at. And now this approach is protected by 6GA. Too much to deal with, I think, all the directions they're getting it from. The objective is town square, which is labeled right here in the board. So it's not the town hall building, which you see a lot in different layers. It is right here on the road, and I believe the cap extends on the other side of the buildings a little bit into the square. So you can see 6GA they have left here, focusing on defending this area. It is the objective. We'll have to see if they can get reinforcements up though. See, some of them are being blocked now, trying to get into the objective area. They got to rally back up in this villa, 6GA did, so they might be able to push in from here. They're going to have to start clearing these guys out quick though if they want a chance of holding this objective, because Rusty 40 is pushing in pretty fast considering the terrain. Of 6GA may be holding out long enough for the reinforcements to arrive. They're holding well. 6GA is getting close. Got a rally in a building here now, a little bit closer. They're relying on this squad to hold though, while the other squads clear out the edges. See if that pays off for them. Last thing you want to do is lose this area and then have to attack it just like Rusty 40 did. It's going to be important to hold this for 6GA, but they're doing a good job. I just don't know where this squad is spawning. That's their rally right there. They are getting a trickle back into the area. Lots of 60-40 in the objective area now. 6GA is going to have to pull everything in close to the objective real soon if they want to hold this. See a squad moving in over here in the west. The squad over here is a little bit tied up in the east, but there's two rallies in this building. It might be worth sticking around to try to clear those out. See if we can hold the objective in the meantime. Of course, they might not know that there are two rallies in there. See, the point's now neutralized. 6GA needs to make their move now, take this area back. See how this guy can clear the building here? Ooh, couldn't quite see what happened there. Getting a little rough though for 6GA. I'm not sure they're going to be able to hold this. Of course, if they do lose this, that means Rusty 40 will take the W in the two-match series here. 6GA still has something to fight for though, because total capture points, total tickets remaining will still be tiebreakers in the future for this group stage phase. So if they're tied at the end of the group stage, this could end up being a tiebreaker. So still got to fight it out, even if they lose this objective. And they're starting to get in there now. Is it too little too late, and can they actually clear it? Job. If this counts as part of the objective, then I think they're okay. They might outnumber Rusty 40 on the objective right now. wish I could show you the capture progress, but I can't. And we've got some infantry moving from 6J on this side now. Yeah, does he look right? Oh, didn't check his corner before going for the revive. Very important to check your corners.
Dara, keep it up. 2 people.
Oh, friendly fire there.
Fucking embarrassing, dude. Come on.
Easy for me to say here. Much easier when you're watching from the side or looking in. But it looks like 6G is taking the objective back. I'd say they definitely outnumber Rusty 40 on the objective now. So impressive hold from them there. See if they can secure it fully, get the cap back 100% in their favor. Gotta wonder where their spawns are though. They have a rally in that mill over there. Still have a rally over here. So I see 2 squad rallies near the objective. Not sure if that's going to be enough in the long run. I'll have to try to get some more guys over here, I think. See, this is definitely commander artillery, not mortars, as I can tell. Rusty 40's got an aggressive stood. Panzer 3. Aggressive Panzer 3. Could be a Panzer 2. Really not good with the Panzer 2, Panzer 3 distinction. Till it shoots. It's pretty aggressive. No infantry support up there. Not sure if that's worth it. Not sure what kind of reward you're going to be getting for that kind of risk. It looks like something's burning over here there, I guess. Firefly. So maybe that Panzer 3 took out the Firefly. That would be impressive, to say the least. Still question him pushing further than that, though. Probably could support the infantry on the objective here. Probably what you want to focus on. But if you're taking out Fireflies, maybe you know better than I do. Taking out Fireflies with the Panzer 3. Lots of back and forth over here on the southeast side. Seeing Rusty 40 push in, 6GA push back, and Rusty 40 push back in. I think that's going to continue until either these rallies or this rally goes down. Of course, it would be a bigger hit, I think, for Rusty 40 to lose their rally. That's 2 squad rallies going as opposed to 1. That's where a big part of their push is coming from. I believe the guys that got on objective originally that neutralized did come from this area, so that would be huge for 6GA to take out those rallies if they can find them. And 6GA did get the point back fully. You can see also 6GA has a slight ticket lead. Clear out their rally over here. Gotta be wondering where these Germans are coming from. So I wonder if they're gonna start clearing out these buildings after spawning rally here. See a mine on the rail bridge up north. I can honestly see that being a mine from another team. I'm not sure whose mine that is. Either way, there will be friendly fire, so which is pretty much useless for both teams at the moment. did take back this lumber compound here. Have to rally there. Traces of German infantry coming through the woods. Back up to support. I think this is the right play. Try to get some infantry support and lock down this whole southern area. In the tank. Got a good field division. You can watch yourself between some of these buildings so you don't have to worry about a tank hitting the flank. That'll make it a lot easier to push into the objective if you have a clear avenue. Southern approach. Not a fun way to go. I don't even know where his body went. Oh, there it is. Rusty Fort is neutralized. They've got a decent foothold here. Getting reinforcements in for 6GA is going to be a lot tougher if this southern approach is locked down. You can see this Panzer III trying to maybe lock down one of these roads. That would help significantly. Right now, at this point, it's like it's going to be pretty difficult for them to get back. Here. MSP, so Jade has lost an MSP down here, to make it even tougher. But they do have some infantry clearing here. I think it's going to come down to how effectively the squad can clear the depots here. Looks like 6GA may be taking back this objective, so very back and forth. Very good job getting reinforcements in there. Didn't think they were going to be able to, but they secured this town square here. We're able to push in largely from there. And what is going on? And 10 out of 10. Stuck the landing. Sergeant Scott, boring. Very acrobatic there. Very impressive evasive maneuvers. Nice idea with the Stuka. Not sure. Might have gotten
I can't believe you
survived. Go back in the day, Stukas used to damage inside buildings a lot more. Panzer II here now. That was a Panzer III before. Very effective unless this Greyhound. So the Panzer II is probably what I want. That auto cannon firing. Oh, they got the Greyhound behind the Panzer II. Great play there by the Greyhound. Lucky to not get caught out by any of the German infantry. It takes it out. Even if they lose the Greyhound here, well worth it to let the infantry move freely again. And the Greyhound looks like it's going to get away as well. So great play by the Greyhound there. Very risky moving through the infantry. There's a Panzer III behind him. Was able to avoid that. Great play by the scout car there. First with the very innovative evasive maneuver. taking out the Panzer IV. Some Germans coming in from the west now. Very good push by the squadron. So we can see a new wave of 6GA reinforcements coming in. I think this Greyhound may be a little bit too vulnerable. A lot of infantry they're going through, but as long as they keep moving fast, they have a chance. Looks like they took down one of the rallies in this house, or where this is located. It's a building clearing here. They may take down this rally, eliminate a lot of hassle they've had from this direction. And that Greyhound, so fast, just moves right out before the Panzer III can react. So good play by the Greyhound again. I thought that was a little risky, but it paid off. But 6GA needs to find a way to get back onto the objective here. Not yet neutral, so they have a little bit of time, but a lot of guys here for got a Hellcat watching the southern area. I think that's a good choice there. Good play. See that Panzer III moving down the road. Try to keep this area clear of 6GA infantry. Point is now neutral. Both sides taking a lot of casualties on the point. Veterans are going to be a huge part of this fight here, I think. Lots of wounded soldiers. If Rusty 40 can get them up, they're morphine. They should be able to hold it. It's a pretty big if at this point. Good awareness after being revived like that. Baps. Good play by Baps. Unfortunately, gets fragmentation to his head. Panzer III facing the opposite direction now. Maybe afraid of that Greyhound coming back. Stupid coming in. I think I said it before, but dive bombs used to do decent damage to people inside buildings. I don't think it really does as much anymore. Very unlikely 6GA will take this back at this point. Yeah. So Rusty 40 captures the objective. That'll win them the 2-round series. Like I said, still a lot to play for here. This is only the first round of the group stage. 5 rounds total, so plenty of opportunities for tiebreakers down the road where these last 2 capture points, last winner tickets here are going to matter. And with only 68 tickets remaining, that was a close call there for Rusty 40. But they managed to get it, managed to push in. And looks like they're going to maybe full send in here to the next objective. See what they can accomplish before... Oh, you know what though? I don't know if... I guess capture points don't matter if 6GA still wins. So I've been getting this wrong the whole time. 6GA would still win this on tickets if they continue playing the way they are. It would give them 1 big victory point because they won both matches. So, my mistake, I've been giving bad information this whole time, but so 6GA holds on here with their ticket advantage. They'll actually still win the match, even though they give up more points they would win on tickets. I believe. Really curious to see how many kills this Greyhound has at the end. I feel like it's not going to be all too many, but just the chaos it's causing is value that's 100% another two. So Bootstrap right over here is the next objective. I don't think Rusty 40 is going to be able to take that before running out of tickets. Interesting, though. There are 30 minutes left. Interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Rusty 40 plays this. They know they're low on tickets. They don't know if 6GA is low on tickets. But what they do know is they're too low on tickets to realistically capture the rest of the map in that way. So do they start playing a little more conservative? Trying to get more kills if enough tickets on that. Interesting to see. You see a lot of guys already not giving up, not respawning, waiting for medics. Trying to conserve those tickets. I think I was mistaken earlier as well about the mortars. I haven't, since I've been paying attention, it seems like it's all commander call-in, so no mortars, unfortunately. I really thought they were mortars earlier. Good idea there, trying to catch him off. Missed the mark a little bit. See, tickets going down pretty quick now for Rusty 40. Looks like they're not going to be able to hang on. A couple vehicle kills could bring them back. Going to be pretty risky though to try to get those. I wonder if 6GA is going to hold their vehicles more in reserve at this point. That scout car again harassing, just constant harassment. Looks like, I think there was an MSP up here still. I think they might have just taken out that MSP. That's more tickets. 27 tickets now. Looks like they probably got that MSP. Missed the Hellcat going down. So if I'm remembering how this works right, 6GA will secure this victory, and so they won the match. Doesn't matter how many capture points if you win the match. And since they won both matches, they'll get a big victory point, which is the most important as far as scoring goes. They would have 2 capture points from when they were on offense to go toward any tiebreakers down the road. And small victory points from this match, they'll get whatever tickets they have remaining. They have 81 right now. And for Rusty 40, they would get 0 big victory points. They lost both matches here. Capture points, they would get 3. And it looks like they'll probably get 0 small victory, well, I guess 600 small victory points, since each capture is worth 200, if I'm understanding that right. I'll try to get a better grasp on that for following casts. Still pretty new to me, but I think I've got that right now. I was wrong earlier, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So this will be big for 6GA in the standings, getting a big victory point there. Going 2-0 against Rusty 40. I gotta say, I think Rusty 40 made some really good plays. Good job taking those objectives, just took too many casualties doing so, it looks like. Getting that get some good vehicle kills against 6GA. Not sure how that Panzer III took out a Firefly still, but maybe I missed something there, or maybe it was just a really good play from the Panzer III. Good job picking off the Hellcat over here, so I guess a lot of vehicle kills for both sides. Probably just a few more for 6GA. Really good match. Lots of intense fighting in the town here. Looks like it's about over now. Maybe Rusty Forge is trying to use the last bit of their call-ins now, trying to inflict as many casualties as they can. Like I said, they don't know how many tickets 6GA has left. For all they know, they could be winning tickets right now. Looks like the paint on that wall is displaying on top of a different building. So thanks, Post Scriptum. Thanks for that. That's great. Oh, this Greyhound. Ballsy as usual. Not sure about turning back into the open like that. But this is the game they play. I call this crew Honey Badger. I thought this guy was alive. Thought he was just hiding. Usually if it's an upward triangle, they're alive, and a downward triangle, they're dead. So that guy had an upward triangle. Thought he was alive. Just had 66 to 6 tickets, so I'm sure that's a good sign. Slowly, the rest of Rusty 40 will start bleeding out, I think. The last 5 tickets should go in a little bit. All in all, like I said, I think it was a great match. Really back and forth. I liked everything Rusty 40 did with harassing in the back lines. Didn't really give 6G any breathing room, but 6GA did a good job to hold and inflict a lot of casualties on the inside. Really good job from them. And there you can see the limited damage the dive bomb does in the buildings now. There's one building off, but still, you kind of expect them to do a little more. And there's Honey Badger again. We'll just end this match following them around.